Let's jump right into this explainer and decode an absolute modern business marvel. When you picture a massive, iconic brand, you're probably imagining aggressive marketing, right? Loud billboards, primetime TV spots, endless digital ads following you everywhere. But today we're looking at how the Delhi Metro Rail Corporation, better known as the DMRC, completely flipped that script. They became this incredible benchmark for urban transport without relying on any of those traditional advertising tricks. It's kind of mind-blowing.
So this raises a genuinely fascinating mystery. How exactly do you build immense brand trust for a massive public infrastructure system when your focus just isn't on flashy commercial campaigns? How do you create an entity that is universally recognized and heavily relied upon without constantly shouting about it? Well, it turns out there's a very deliberate strategy behind all that silence.
To really understand this strategy, we have to grasp the sheer scale of the operation. I mean, think about trying to please just one specific demographic. It's hard enough for most businesses. Now imagine catering to millions of daily commuters across Delhi and the National Capital Region. We are talking about tourists, daily office commuters, business travelers, students, and senior citizens, all at once. Marketing to a massive, highly diverse group like that? Yeah, it requires something way deeper than a catchy slogan.
To reverse engineer this success story, we're going to walk through 5 key areas today. 1. The DMRC phenomenon. 2. Rethinking the marketing mix. 3. Digital and customer focus. 4. The green advantage. And 5. Challenges and future growth.
All right, let's start with Section 1, the DMRC phenomenon.
Now, the very core of the DMRC brand identity completely flips the traditional marketing playbook. When your goal is to increase daily ridership, boost customer satisfaction, and build a stellar public image, you actually don't achieve that through aggressive commercial promotions. You achieve it by ensuring the trains run precisely on time, the stations are absolutely spotless, and the passengers feel incredibly safe. Basically, the service itself is the marketing.
Moving right along to Section 2, Rethinking the Marketing Mix.
For the non-marketers tuning in, the 4 Ps are the standard blueprint for selling literally any product or service in the world. You've got product, price, place, and promotion. Typically, companies spend an absolute fortune on that last P, promotion, mostly to compensate for any weaknesses in the other 3. But DMRC? They approach these 4 pillars strictly through the lens of a daily commuter's journey. They make the first 3 pillars so undeniably strong that the 4th just kind of takes care of itself.
Their product and place literally do the heavy lifting for them. Just imagine the convenience of this commute. You use a modern QR code to enter, seamlessly catch a feeder bus right outside, and step off the train directly into a major business hub. Because they offer seamless integration with airports and railways and place a highly useful product exactly where commuters need it most, that convenience is a way better hook than, say, a radio ad.
And when we compare their super affordable, distance-based pricing to their actual promotion strategy, the whole picture becomes even clearer. On the promotion side, instead of trying to hard sell you a ticket, they focus their energy on public awareness, digital app displays, and real community engagement. They aren't telling you to buy a ticket. They're telling you how to travel safely and efficiently. Big difference, right?
Let's transition over to Section 3, Digital and Customer Focus. Engaging with this brand is literally as simple as unlocking your phone. Before you even walk out your front door, you're checking the route planner, you're booking your ticket online, and getting real-time service updates via their mobile app. By making cashless transactions a total breeze and removing pretty much every possible point of friction, they take what is normally a super stressful city commute and turn it into a smooth, deeply integrated digital experience.
And they back up this slick digital journey with a seriously robust customer relationship management system. We're talking a perfect balance of customer care centers, helplines, complaints, and passenger awareness initiatives. But here's the real loyalty builder, folks. Actually proving that you're listening by resolving complaints promptly. Showing up for your customers when things inevitably go wrong, that is incredibly effective for cementing long-term brand trust.
Which brings us to Section 4, the green advantage.
Regenerative braking technology. DMRC physically engineers sustainability right into the product itself. Every single time a metro train brakes, it actively captures that kinetic energy and reuses it. Seriously, how cool is that? This isn't just some PR department spinning a shallow green initiative. This is structural, operational brilliance that naturally reduces their carbon footprint every single day.
When you add in the installation of massive solar power systems at their stations and depots, and the simple fact that a thriving transit system starkly reduces city traffic congestion, well, their green advantage becomes pretty undeniable. And here's why this matters to any business out there. When people feel genuinely good about the environmental impact of their choices, brand loyalty absolutely skyrockets. People actually feel proud riding the metro because they know they're supporting authentic green mobility.
Finally, let's step into Section 5, Challenges and Future Growth.
Looking impartially at their internal factors, we definitely see a stark contrast. Their strengths are immense, for sure. A super strong brand image, affordable fares, safe service, and a truly extensive network. However, these are constantly challenged by some very real weaknesses, namely severe peak hour overcrowding, massive infrastructure costs that require heavy government support, and limited last-mile connectivity in certain areas. I mean, it can still be a huge hassle getting from the station to your actual final destination.
And externally, the landscape is just as dynamic. They have huge opportunities in transit-oriented development, which is essentially building thriving city life right around their transit hubs, along with pushing even greater digital innovation. But on the flip side, they've got to simultaneously defend against the rising threat of ride-hailing services. Throw in economic fluctuations that can hit their funding, rising maintenance costs, and potential operational disruptions, and you can see that their dominance is definitely never guaranteed.
So their future growth and success rely entirely on navigating these very specific operational hurdles. They have to figure out how to manage constantly surging passenger demand without ever sacrificing safety. They urgently need to improve those crucial first and last mile connections, and they absolutely must maintain their legendary service quality even as they expand the network and fiercely compete with new, emerging mobility options.
Ultimately, the DMRC has scaled a phenomenal brand not by outspending the competition on giant ad campaigns, but by obsessing over the commuter's actual daily experience. They emphasize service quality, affordability, and reliability above everything else. They basically prove that executing your core job perfectly is, without a doubt, the absolute best public relations campaign you could ever launch.
Which leaves us with this final, fascinating question to ponder for pretty much any modern business or public service out there. Is the absolute best way to market a service simply to make it flawlessly efficient, genuinely sustainable, and completely essential to daily life? If the DMRC is any indication, the answer is a resounding yes. Definitely think about that the next time you tap your smart card and step onto a spotless train. Thanks for exploring this topic with me, and as always, keep questioning how the world around you actually works.